Hello, Proxy Table Gaming fans. You're joined by the Gobbo for Goblins Grotto Hobby Show. We have Scabfat.
Hello.
Hello, how are you? All rested?
No.
No.
But I'm good. I'm good.
Still shattered.
Well, I I brought home many fond memories from certain things over the past week, and one of
pathogens.
them, one of them was the lurgy. So thanks, whoever gave me that. How are you?
I'm touchwood lurgy free at the minute.
Yeah, we'll change that soon. Don't you worry, son.
And welcome back to Marmaduke.
Hello, internet. And how are you both? You both all right?
Yeah, we're doing really well.
Mm-hmm.
How are you feeling now?
I'm good. I brought home a child. Well, I mean, I didn't. My wife did. But
Did you win it in a raffle?
I did. It's the first raffle I've won in a couple of years. And yeah,
Brilliant.
Few weeks old. And this raffle prize has brought me no sleep and no hobbying. But I don't. I mean, that's not a problem or anything. But yeah, no, he's great. He's wonderful. I love him very much. He smells of woodland creatures.
Yes, the best sort of smell.
Yeah, and I know, right? And I don't know if that's probably just. Maybe other fathers and mothers can attest to this, but he absolutely does smell of all of the woodland creatures.
Not Is just this in your lack of sleep induced hysteria?
No, this is all when I'm compos mentis as well. He absolutely does. But I cannot stop sniffing the top of his head.
Yes. No, as a owner of woodland creatures, I agree. That is a very similar smell.
It is just it's the best. And I was away. I was away recently, and I was away for a few days, and I found myself smelling his smell on the wind, and it's obviously like a parental thing.
Yes,
you get so used to this child. It's obviously an evolutionary thing, I guess, and and I was like, oh, I just really missed him, and I did, and I really missed being here, being away from him for a few days, and I'm back now, and I've decided to honour that by not spending any time with him and recording a podcast. So, Father of the Year.
He will look back fondly on this time.
Yes.
Exactly, it's memories that he can listen to over and over.
Exactly.
Was also maybe painting his memories.
Exactly.
Yeah. Just impart all of the life knowledge that he's going to need into these podcasts.
It's how I see the hobby show. It's like a chronicle of our lore.
Yeah.
And
yeah, he's screwed, isn't he?
Yeah. But anyway, congratulations, Andy. We're really happy. And welcome back.
Thank you both. That's very generous of you. Thank you. And thank you. And I hope both of you are well. And it's great to speak with you once again.
Yeah, sleep is a wonderful thing. You'll get back to it again soon, I assure you.
In 18 years when he goes to university.
No, sleep's overrated. You'll be all right.
Exactly. Okay, so today, gentlemen, is March to the Beat, which is news is the first draft of history. This is where we go through some ninth age events that have happened in the past cycle. So we have the UK Masters review. Did either of you watch it?
I watched a few bits here and there.
Yeah, I was at work, sadly, so I had it on my phone underneath the desk at work. Catching it.
I watched. For me, it was the sort of the group updates on the sort of 15 different ninth age WhatsApp chats that I'm on.
Exactly.
Which is just as good as watching any live streams. To be honest,
it was a bit like Sky Sports, wasn't it?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
We also have Art of War review, which we fondly have just the dust has settled, Dan.
Yeah.
And we'll go through that in a second as well.
Yeah.
Okie dokie. So first off is the UK Masters review. So as people who may or may not know, our watchers and listeners, the UK Masters is the premier event of the year. So it is where all the top 16 players now, Dan?
The
Top 15.
Top 6. Well, yeah, it's like
16.
top 12, and then there's the entry people, the nerds, the top nerds.
The top of the top, the cream of the crop of UK and Ireland get together, and this time they got together in Durham. So all the way
the North
at the
Pole.
top in the Croxdale Community Centre, just north of the wall. So
is that is north of Watford, isn't it? So north of north of the wall.
Anything higher than Birmingham really is north.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
But,
yeah.
I occasionally travel up to Bristol.
Bless.
But yes, so here it is the stream, or a photo of the stream. So all throughout the weekend, Hyper-G did a fantastic job. He had loads of guests on, loads of commentators going on. Throughout all of the 5 games, he had a live stream going, and it was really good fun to watch. And fair play to him, and hat off to him for keeping everyone's attention for that long. I think he did a cracking job.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
It's
incredible, isn't it? I mean, it's no mean feat trying to organise that just in the sort of like the prelims, leading up to it, but then also trying to deal with this on the day as well. It's great. It's great. People's interest, as you say, and it's a fantastic job. Well done.
But the PTG guys as well, and getting all the other content creators involved. So the build up towards it, so doing all the reviews with the players, doing all the paths of each of the players, how they actually qualified for Masters. I thought it was really, really professional, as much as a gaming channel could be, if that makes sense.
No, they really kind of knocked it out of the park. Because I guess it is kind of the most hype, the hype event. I mean, some might say it's the second most hype event of the UK tournament, kind of. You know? But I'm not being biased when I say that, but
they said the Masters is invite only, isn't it? So whereas ours is open to the people.
Okay. Well, you got the Masters open.
All right, yeah, good point. Anyway, moving on. So here's a couple of the entries for the best painted at Masters, which is really lovely. So Shane Baxter with his Vampire Covenant. So we saw some of these models at Art of War last year, and he's added more and more to it as well, which is brilliant, absolutely brilliant.
Yeah, I mean, I do quite like. There are some Age of Sigmar sculpts, which, when they're able to be on big enough bases, I mean, they're really good. They're really good models, and that kind of troll thingy thing next to the.
It's a swamp troll thing from the
thing. Yeah, I could tell you
from
what
the
it is.
From the Cruel Boys.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, no, it's great. It's a great model.
And painted in flesh is just that chef's kiss amount of. Blech.
Yes, exactly. But he's got Lord of the Print Dragon. He's got Archvillain Games of the. Are they Varkalax? Are they Winged Reapers? They must be Winged Reapers.
Yeah, I think so.
2 units of 2, yeah?
Yeah, 2 units of 2, yeah, must be. Those base sizes.
Yeah. Really nice. We then have Kev Stonebank's KOE, which again is coming on quite nicely.
Yeah, nice.
Again, we've got some close-up photos later on, but again, really, really lovely unit. And I like the fact that he's got loads of the Dogs of War units in his army now.
Yeah, it's great, isn't it? I mean, just the sort of, and this is a great thing about KOV, that they all look individual, they all look different, but there's still a cohesion, and Kev's keeping that. And Shane has obviously done that as well. But where KOE, that thematic, the sort of the hangover from the Bretts, but that sort of individual chivalry and livery that they have on their tabards, but still being able to keep a cohesion in all the units is something real special. And I always think fair play to anyone who can think of
36
different color schemes and tabards, because I can't. But well done to anyone who can.
You're right. It's almost like a unity in their individuality, isn't it? Like the fact they're all different. And then Yeah, it's really fun.
We then have Matt Pell with his Warriors of the Dark Gods, with no Wretched Ones this time.
What?
Yay!
What is this
I
poppycock tosh?
don't know. I want to say, I'm saying yay because I actually like Wretched Ones, but
Yes.
but yeah, fair play. And look at those colours; they're great, aren't they? They just, I think for this one,
Yeah, really nice.
it's the cold tones, isn't it? You know, if we're going to go all colour charty and colour wheel, what works so great with this colour scheme is, you know, you get quite classic. I mean, like for my Warriors, it's sort of like wasteland, fiery, very hot sort of theme going on. But whereas with
Exactly.
Matt, there's he really helps with the cold colours, and they just look great. It's fantastic.
It's a complete different army to the one that we reviewed when he went to Breakthrough, because he had a lot more of the older style models. But in this one, he's got like the new Chosen on the back left. He's got then some Chaos Knights, some Warrior Knights at the back as well. So it's a lot faster army compared to his last army that he presented.
Yeah.
Chris Bond with his Overcarns. Look at that.
Amazing. Just I thought you two would like these.
Yeah, they're all right, aren't they?
Yeah, he was teasing about these at the one day event back in Bristol at the end of November. So actually seeing them like rolled out, like all ready to go, that's
lovely. That's such a cool idea. I think it's an expensive way to do Tusker Cav, but that's fine. If you got some spare monies and you want to buy lots of squigs, go for it. I'd say everyone needs more squigs.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then the winner was Jake Cortine with his Infernal Dwarf, which is fantastic because he's done so well with these.
ID love, yeah. I'm gonna pretend that it was the big bull boys that did all the heavy lifting because they were the brand new unit and didn't suffer from new unit syndrome.
I love the unit of goats on the left hand side.
Yes.
Oh yeah, fantastic, aren't they? Yeah.
Brilliant unit.
And the bases as well. The bases are really cool. They're just I like what he's done with them.
And it's nice to see that it's all pulled together into a functional army that he does really well with.
Yeah, and I think like using green as a spot color is always when it's, especially when it's not flesh. So when you know with sort of trolls or with goblins and whatever, then fair enough. But to have green as a spot color where it's you know, the color of banners or clothing, great. It's like it's brave and when it works, it works really, really well. And this is, you know, it's a rightly deserved win for Jake there. Well done.
Yeah, brilliant. Well done, Jake. And then, so we look at the Masters Open. This is the results of the Masters Open. So congratulations to Tim with 82 points.
Woo! Yeah. Well done, Tim.
Well done.
So look at the kill points as well.
I know.
Just a couple more than everyone else.
Just a few. Yeah, it's... Yeah, I mean, Warriors are in a good spot at the moment, aren't they? So
yeah, they are, aren't they?
It's Warriors, Vampires. It's quite good.
I think they know something that we don't, boys. I think I think we need to make Warriors or Vampire Covenant armies.
Was this wait, was this just after?
So this was after the patches.
After the patches,
yeah. This January time.
I haven't played with my Warriors since the patch.
Yeah.
It's like I'm going to need to dust them off.
Yeah, well, I mean, I think by the time this comes out, by the sounds of it, we're not going to have had the amendment to the December patch. That might be coming out a few weeks after this releases. So you never know. It might become poo again. Well, I say again. It might become poo.
They've been poo.
But no, well done, Tim, for doing well with them.
Yeah, well done.
Yeah, that's brilliant. That's amazing work. Well done.
And then the results of the actual Masters itself. So again, it was a nail biter towards the end, but it finished with Kieran Dunn. Congratulations, Kieran, with the dirty Vermin Swarm.
Look at that 1 point now.
1
know.
point difference.
I know.
Point in it. I mean, and also 1 point in it between third and fourth as well.
Yeah,
That's
good.
that's
But if Jake got 1 point more, he would have got best painted and also master. That would have been a cracking event for him, wouldn't
what weekends.
Because
That's
look at
great.
the kill
Well done.
points. So secondary points, nearly 15,000 for Jake.
Mm.
So yeah, I think if it was a draw, even it would have gone to him, wouldn't it?
Also, I'd just like to point out, snuggled comfortably within the top 10. The top 10 ninth age players in the UK. Very own PTG Lucky Sixes.
Yeah,
Nice.
cracking event.
Well
Well done. No, I think again 48 points at the Masters. I think it's a respectable result, isn't it?
Yeah.
But no, really well done, and hopefully he will qualify for next year as well. Okay. Next up, the even more premier event of the year.
Yeah.
D with a capital THE.
Exactly. Art of War 2023.
Yeah.
And so that was in the tropics of Bristol.
Yes. I mean, by comparison, it
Wow.
was
By comparison.
quite balmy this year, wasn't it?
It was compared to last year when it was hurricane.
I saw quite
Oh,
a few
gosh,
people
yeah.
looking confused as they had to take their jumpers off.
Exactly.
I know. I mean,
And other clothes.
yeah.
But yeah, so we've got sunny Bristol down the bottom there.
Are we
Yeah.
are we allowed to say thank God climate change?
You can.
If we can take a more optimistic stance on it.
Exactly.
A silver
I mean-
lining approach.
Every cloud.
Yeah. Sorry, I don't want to anger anyone with that.
It's all right. So one of the things I think was fantastic about this event is that even on the Friday evening, so before the actual event itself, we had 10 tables of
Yeah.
people playing games and like pickup games for the night before, which I haven't seen in years. So it's really great showing for the ninth age, just that we outnumbered the 40k players that were normally there on a Friday night,
That's great, isn't it?
which is awesome. And props to yourself, Dan, for getting it all arranged and organised. It
Thank
worked
you.
really, really well.
Well, I mean, props to you for intimidating all of those sponsors into giving us prizes.
And
All-
props for surprising Tanker with his photograph because he looks very surprised.
Yeah,
by it.
we caught him in the act.
What do you mean I have to take tests on the less many units?
Yeah, yeah. This is footage of Tanker reading the mission booklet for the weekend for the first time.
Exactly. I think this is game 4, actually. But
Yeah.
Andreas, on the other hand, is just made for photographs.
he is. I think this is
made.
either the evening of or the morning after.
Yeah,
I'm not
Andreas,
sure.
he knows something that we don't,
Oh yeah.
and he's
Exactly.
feeling
Oh,
very
yeah.
smug about it.
But no, again, it was sold out again, which is fantastic. 5th year in a row, Dan.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, so we had 56, 56, 58?
58, wasn't it?
58 players all told. Managed to squeeze all of them except top table into one room just to just so all the bottom tablers could know what real games of ninth age look like.
Exactly.
Yeah, no,
Exactly.
there was a real positive kind of vibe and buzz in the room, which I loved. Absolutely,
It was
loved.
lovely. Really, really good. And everyone was really friendly and really talkative. And most people that I spoke to were really complimentary. Really complimentary of all the secondary objectives as well.
Yes, yeah, because that was one of the big things. I wanted to shake the boat a little bit by introducing non-standard scenarios. So none of the secondaries that we played came out of the core rulebook. They instead came out of the supplement scenario book. That's a few scrolls further down the downloads page.
Yes.
But yeah, also managed to spin a little narrative between the 5 missions as well, which I highly enjoyed.
Yeah, it's good.
But yeah, the top table was also quite interesting. So this, I
Yeah.
believe, is
Top
game
table shenanigans.
3. Ollie, Ed, DL mirror match. It was a real slobber knocker.
Yes.
But yeah, you can watch this one on the live stream. That's somewhere. It'll be somewhere in the listing.
And it's my game 1 where I got burnt to a crisp.
Yeah, so yeah, you went up against David's EOS, didn't you? It's kind of
Yes,
Russian,
beautiful
Russian
army.
themed
Yeah,
EOS.
it's great. I do now. Oh, I know I didn't go. So obviously I have an armchair POV for all this.
Mm-hmm.
I do feel I had a theory about this the other day that you could actually have fitted in a sixth game, right?
Ugh.
Whilst we were waiting for our starter in the curry house.
Like his seventh game as well.
Yeah, and probably a seventh game whilst we're waiting for the main course.
Yeah.
Conceivably.
Yeah. Okay. All right. I'll take all constructive feedback and criticism. Thank you.
Exactly.
Thank you,
Yeah.
Marmaduke.
That's not on you. That's on the curry house. Oh, yeah, that's great, isn't it?
But yeah,
So-
I think that the bit that really struck me is that having kind of almost 60 players there, like having that many armies, the variety that was on show was just fantastic.
Definitely. And then, so we had things like, this is Jack Austin's, is it Coven Throne?
Yeah.
Yes, I think it. Yeah, I've seen it before. Yeah, I'm pretty certain.
So cool.
It's great, isn't
So
it? Yeah.
And then I got screamed off game 4 against Jack. I think it was game 3. Yeah, I had played 2 Pyro Alchemy armies, and then I got screamed off game 3. Yeah.
That'll
I
teach
know.
you for taking 16 trolls.
It's my fault. I know.
Yeah.
GGI, love a good GGI.
Yeah.
And is this Elliot's Vampires?
I believe it is.
Yes, I'm pretty certain it is. Looking at those Vampire Knights.
Yeah, really, really cool. Who can remember those bad boys?
Wow, well, that's great.
Good old.
Marksman and Mogliano. Because they're all metal, and this is part of Kev Stonebank's KOE army
Yes.
again.
Great.
Just beautiful. Really,
Great.
really cool. It's worth more than his car.
Weighs more than his car as well, actually.
Weighs more than his car, yeah. Again, the amount of armies that were on show is just
Look at
beautiful.
that.
Yeah.
Really cool, isn't it?
Oh, is that
Yeah.
that's the chaos, the Orc
It's-
chaos,
yeah,
isn't
it's-
it?
Ben
Yeah.
Dunford's army.
it.
I like the fact that he's ripping the horror apart at the
Yeah.
back there.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Okay. So we had 4 categories. I'm so tired when it comes to painting at the moment. So we had best
Yeah.
unit.
Yeah.
And these are some of the entries. So this is Matt Wilson's Asklander. I think these are are they Huskarls? Or are they just normal warriors? I can't remember.
They're pretty. That's what
They're
they
great.
are.
They
Yeah,
are really,
they look
really
great.
cool.
I love
So many conversions, all kit bash, just really, really cool. Then we had Richard Harris. He painted his entire KOE army in 3 weeks. Which
Wow.
is
Wow.
really-
Wow. Not jealous.
Yeah.
Not
so
jealous at all.
hats off to him. Really well done. Then we had some Ali Parron with some blue-faced orcs.
Ah, cool. That's wicked.
Just some of the original feral orcs.
Yeah.
Just awesome. And then Jim with his gym-related things. So we'll
Yes.
skip past that one. But the winner was Kev Stonebanks with his Al Mukhtar's Desert Dogs, which again,
Nice.
really, really old models.
Yeah.
But they won best unit. So
That's
fantastic
cool.
for Kev.
That's
Yeah,
great.
Congrats.
Really, really colourful. I love all the headbands, all the different pop colours that he's got going on.
Are they so it's funny, like doing this show, I always want to try and sort of present myself as though I do have a good working knowledge of the things that we see. But every now and then I think, do you know what? No, let's not try and lie my way through this and also use it as a teaching experience for myself. So I don't recognise these models.
So these are from the Dogs of War range.
And you
Oh.
mentioned this about yes, you
Yeah.
did actually mention this about amazing.
So this was one of the main units, main cavalry units anyway.
Yeah, I mean, I remember the Dogs of War. I do remember I don't
Yeah.
remember every single regiment they did, but
Exactly. Well, there's 30 odd units.
yeah.
Isn't there,
Ah,
originally?
wow. This is
Yeah.
great, and fair play
but
to him
then
that he's got this as well.
Chap at the back on the right hand side, that's one of the paymasters.
Yeah.
Got you.
So it's
Yeah.
all classic models, and again, it's painted lovely. Again,
Brilliant.
worth more than his car.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Who needs cars?
We then had Best Monster and Individual Model. There's loads in this one, which is really cool. So
Yeah.
again, an Asklander Giant from Matt Wilson again. I'm not sure about the bendy tree, but apart from that, I think it looks awesome.
Just for that extra swing.
Yeah,
Exactly.
I mean, sort of like the way that force work. I mean,
It's a
I'm not.
centrifugal force.
Yeah, I'm not a physicist. I don't.
We then had Hyper G on behalf of Nemoroth
Nice.
with his Stygiosaur, which is quite funky.
That's cool. I like his colours. They're great.
Yeah, lovely colours. We then had Richard Harris again with his Duke, painted in 3 weeks.
That's cool. That's really great, actually. I like that.
It's a lovely conversion.
Yeah.
Because that model is normally on a normal horse as opposed to on the Griffin.
I mean, given the whole army was done in 3 weeks, if we kind of boil it down, that model probably took him about 20 minutes.
Exactly.
Oh my god.
Exactly. That's brilliant. Blue-faced Orc Shaman.
Oh, he's on a board. Yeah, great.
On a blue-faced boar.
On a blue-faced boar.
With a blue-faced squig. So cool. Then Kev Stonebanks, he had a feudal giant.
Hello. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Really, really cool. Look at the detail on the shield there.
And that hasn't won it though. That hasn't won the.
That has not won it.
No.
So what did win it was Henry P. Miller's scratch built.
What? What?
Yeah.
It's made out of the plastic wings, which are from the old Dragon kit, and the rest of it is green stuff.
Yeah.
What?
So that noise that you're currently making, Marmaduke, is the voice. That's the noise I made when Gobbo came over to me and went, "Oh, by the way, that's scratch built." And like I'd looked at it and gone, "That's a pretty model," and then just had to genuinely double took.
So he sculpted everything apart from the wings.
My goodness. I mean, well done, man. That's great.
Really, really good.
That is great.
And he's really proud of it as well.
Yeah, and he should. Well, yeah.
Damn right.
Yeah. Oh, brilliant. Yeah, well deserved. I mean, all of them are excellent. All of them.
Yes.
Honestly, I'm not saying that. Like, all of them are absolutely brilliant. But
exactly. So well done, Henry.
Yeah, well done. Brilliant.
Judges Open.
That is great.
I think he uses that as a Moor. It's Ollie, isn't it?
Yeah. That is great.
I love the basing scheme. The fact that it's all just in the water.
Yeah, I've played this army before, and I just love it. I see it across the table each time, and I think it's great.
But the winner was the Asklander Chariot.
Yeah.
Made from a gene stealer. So cool.
That is really, a great cool idea.
Well, if you can see on the right hand side as well, he's done it for all his cavalry as well.
Yeah.
They're all gene stealer sculpts. I think it's so clever.
That must have been an impressive army to see, just to see all of it, see the whole thing.
Yeah, it was. And again, because we've never seen Matt this far south before. He's not normally allowed past the wall.
Right, okay.
So it's really nice to see him, meet him, and get some new inspiration from his army.
Oh, that's great. Yeah, well done. Well done, Matt.
And then these are all the individual entries for the army, and this is all the people looking around. And is one of the things that I really enjoyed was the amount of people that were getting so up close and just looking and really just absorbing all of those colours.
Yeah.
Do you know what it reminds me? It reminds me of the old games days.
Yes.
Birmingham NEC.
I was just I was happy by the sheer number of players that submitted that kind of put themselves forward. Because a lot of the time you can find that you'll go to a tournament and maybe like 2, 3, 4 players will plonk their armies down, but like we had to clear a second table just in case.
It was 9. We had 9 full armies entered this year, whereas it was 5 last year.
Yeah.
So that's amazing, absolutely amazing, and you guys should all be really, really proud of yourselves for getting 100%. Involved and just showing us what you've done throughout the year.
Yeah,
that's the full table there. Look.
Oh, brilliant! Well done, everybody.
Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. But we'll go through some individuals. So the best army entries. So we have Andreas Bock with his beautiful non-metallic metal dwarves.
Yes, yeah, they're great.
Really, really nice.
Yeah,
and again, he's gone for that blue tone for the armor and for the metal. I think it's brilliant.
And the
these are... So go, you say.
The really handy thing about this army is I'm pretty sure all of it vanguards.
Yes.
So at the start of turn 1, he's moved it 12 inches closer to you, so you can get a better look.
Oh,
It's
Exactly.
really thoughtful
Exactly.
of him. Really thoughtful.
Yeah, and then it comes on behind your models,
Yeah.
so you can see the backs as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
Exactly.
God,
He's
that's
thought about
hilarious.
everything, Andreas, isn't he?
Yeah.
I've been quite privileged to have seen the evolution of this army from almost day dot as well, because he's had it from when he first played Sylvan Elves back in 2016, 2017, and then decided to go DH, and when he first started these, sort of like 6 years ago now, it's about 6 years ago. And they're so great, and to see like the evolution over the years of them, fantastic.
Well, I really like his vampires because I played against him at Cardiff last year, and I spoke to him about these, and he prefers this army now, which is brilliant, and I'm really happy for him because it's a beautiful army. So well done, Andreas.
Yeah, great work.
Ben Dunford and his Warrior the Orc Gods,
Great.
just amazing. Just the mix of old metal models, new models, and then those. He did tell me where that thing. I think it was Black Sun Miniatures or something like that. That big orc giant at the back there. It's just amazing.
It's cool, isn't it? That's just a cool model.
But I like how understated the colours are. It just looks gritty and dirty, and they've just been fighting for generations, sort of thing.
And you look at the Feldrax, or Chaos Ogres, and you just go, oh my god, this works. Just like the color scheme, the theme, this like totally works in it.
Definitely. Really, really nice, Ben. And this is the army that was painted in 3 weeks.
Oh, what? Oh, yeah. Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
Yeah. So we're not just like unique heraldry on the knights as well. 3 weeks.
Yep.
I
think it's brilliant.
I can't even.
You've broken Andy, Richard.
You have, yeah. I mean, brilliant. I'm in awe. Well done. It's amazing. Well done, mate.
So
Excellent.
also
So
for Mr. Harris here, this was like I think it was his first 9th age tournament. So
exactly.
he just rocked up with his beautifully painted army, which was like 3 weeks, totes cash, and then started taking names as well.
He did. He did.
And I asked him what his secret was, and he said, "Oh, I'm just charging people and winning." So
I don't use movement trays, and I trigger my opponents.
Oh, bless him. Yeah.
No, that's not a criticism. I was just making.
I just noticed that. But no, fantastic job, Richard.
Yeah, well done. It's amazing. It's amazing. Brilliant work, mate.
Ali Parron, Blue Faced Orcs.
Yeah.
So many blue faces.
Yeah, they're great.
Again, I love the mix of old models, new models.
it's like looking through, it does just make me chuckle because obviously we go blue faced orcs, and then we kind of go, oh, blue faced balls, and then we go, oh, blue faced GGIs, blue faced spider.
And do you know what? It looks fun.
Yes.
That's the thing.
Yes.
And it looks thematic, and I get it. And I look at it and I just think that's a really cool theme, and it looks super fun as well.
The bright blue as a pop colour against the green skin works really well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, agreed.
Yeah.
So, yeah, really smart, Ali. Asklanders.
There we
Matt
go.
Wilson.
Oh,
Look at that.
that is just. That's like. Oh, I really want to swear so much. Just to show how I'm feeling in a really positive way. That probably not.
That's one turnip of an army.
That doesn't make any sense, I'm sure. But that looks so good.
Yeah.
That's so great. Well done, Matt.
I was really, really happy that Matt brought Asklanders. It turned out, apart from the Giants, it was the only auxiliary army of the tournament. But I think the amazing thing about Asklanders is you get all of the craziness and kind of conversion potential of a warrior's army, but then with more models to do it across.
Yeah.
Yes.
So,
exactly.
Yeah, do enjoy that.
No, beautiful.
I'll tell you something else that this actually draws for me, or triggers for me as well, positively. Is the so the Marauder miniatures, but before 4th edition. So you're sort of looking at sort of like at the end of 3rd edition, and especially his unit that he puts in for best unit, where they've got that sort of where 3rd edition was still quite. It was like still had that dark palette of the late 80s before it went a bit sort of the fourth edition went all a bit cartoony and a bit funny and bright. And it invokes a lot of
Works
that.
really well.
Yeah, it works brilliantly. Really nice sort of like.
So he's used a mix of AOS, Marauders, and also Mias as well.
Yeah, great. Yeah,
Just lovely. Well done, Matt.
that's great. That's really good.
And then podium. So we had joint third place, which is awesome. Really, really good. I'm so happy because it means that we gave more prizes to people.
Yeah, good.
Trollka Khans.
Yay! Good.
Beautiful. He made his scratapults with the bog troll things that we talked about earlier.
Yes, yeah.
Which is just awesome. And again, looking at this compared to when it was for Masters, he's added loads more colours to it. He's added loads more units, and I think it looks fantastic.
Yeah.
Yes, well done. That's great. That's so cool.
So well done, Chris.
Go on, buddy. Great work.
Oh, some close-ups there. Lovely.
Trollka Khans.
And then joint third with Chris was Kev Stoneback's KOE.
Ah, nice.
Gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. That center unit there, the Knights, Question Knights, just the detail that he's put into the heraldry and livery on that is just stunning.
I mean, the standards of everyone is just so high.
Yeah.
It's like really high.
But the thing is, this is what came third.
I know. This is what I was just thinking. This is what prompted that comment. I was like, geez.
Yeah.
Well done. Yeah.
Just beautiful. Really, really nice. And
That's
then
so
in
good.
second place, we have Henry P. Miller with his Vampire Covenant.
Nice. Wow.
So pretty much every single model was converted, was covered in gore, there was a story told. So basically it was it Midland Land versus Sylvania, and there was like bits where the zombies had been turned and stuff like that. It was just really, really cool stuff. Again, as well as this scratch built screamer thingy.
Yeah, like looking at the
really
units,
nice.
it looked like the undead were kind of washing over the straggling defenders kind of thing. So,
Exactly. Yeah, really, really nice. And again, all his banners were individually painted and like freehand painted. It's very nice.
Brilliant. Yeah, that's great. I love that.
Really good. And then best army first place. 2 years on the bounce.
Oh, I
guys.
wonder who it could be. I wonder. Amazing.
David and his
David.
KOE Kislev.
EOS.
Not KOE. EOS Kislev.
Yeah.
And all their flamey goodness, considering they're ice
fantastic.
people.
Yeah.
Yeah, Frostburn's a thing, mate.
It is. It stops trolls getting fortitude saves, I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
But
Well done. Well done.
yeah, beautiful. Really, really nice. And again, he's smashed it out of the park again, hasn't he?
Yeah. Yeah.
Has he got new units? Because I didn't get to see it up close when I popped my head in.
It's a different
on
army.
Saturday.
So this is an entirely brand new army compared to his Aslanders.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
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 Oh my god!
So he's done his Aslanders last year, and then this is a different army.
Because it looks the same. Only it's the same colours, but is it? Oh wait, so it's completely different models and different.
Completely different models.
Oh my goodness!
Oh my goodness!
Oh my goodness! I mean, it's incredible.
I mean,
it's amazing.
You probably find that he could use the two armies kind of side by side and just do chop and change. But yeah, it's sounding.
Well, these ones here, the whole reason why he did these is because he managed to get an STL file for Polish winged hussars,
right?
And he just had, I have to use it. I have to use them, and there isn't winged hussars in Asklanders or anything like heavy knights, for example. So he decided to then go and do an EOS army based around the winged hussars, and then the bear cavalry, and then it's really, really smart.
Yeah,
I need to rethink my New Year, new army.
So well done, David. Good job. Okay. Do you want to talk about this bit, Dan?
Yeah. So, I mean, the same as last year. Gobber, you managed to gather together a mind-boggling amount of prizes and support from a countless list of sponsors. And we found that a lot of the sponsors donated STL files, and obviously between between the three of us, like STLs are kind of our lifeblood. But we decided to, because not everyone can use STLs, but everyone can benefit from money from STLs. We decided to do a little bit of raffle. I do a whip round, and all of the proceeds we generated from this STL raffle, we then donated to Campaign Against Living Miserably. Like as a charity, calm is really, really important to like Ryan and I.
Yeah,
And
definitely.
the sort of things that they're working for, which is to say, you know, kind of male centric mental health, is a subject that I unfortunately is taboo for a lot of people, especially for the men that it affects. So any help that we can do to help people in that position, you know, we just want to help where we can. So
Exactly.
yeah, we did a little whip round, and just on a single round, got £300, didn't we?
Well done.
That's amazing.
So,
Really, really good.
Amazing
Thank you to
work.
everyone that contributed.
Yeah,
Yes,
thank
yeah,
you. Well
it
done.
was like I was blown away by the generosity of everyone that kind of paid up. Quite a few of you donated money and then said, "Don't even worry about the STLs. I just want to give to
Oh,
charity." So,
bless. That's
Yeah.
amazing.
yeah, that
Just
warms me cockles. And
again, it
soon-
shows just what a great community we have.
exactly.
Oh goodness, yeah,
100%,
definitely,
100%.
definitely.
And soon, I'm still getting everything finalized, but we'll be doing the raffle to
Yes.
see who's getting the prizes, like the STL
all the gubbins.
bundles.
Thank you very much, everyone. Brilliant. Okay, so the results for Art of War 2023.
Mhm.
Dirty, dirty vermin.
So yeah, Mr. Catlow
Uh,
rolled into top spot.
so wait, did Vermin take it for
The
for Masters as well?
Yeah.
Yes.
Kieran's
Yeah.
Vermins.
Mm.
Yeah,
Dirty,
so
dirty vermin.
yeah, so Andy trounced his way up to top spot, but hot on his heels,
I know, right?
I know.
Bristol
Look at
Ninja's
that.
very own Shane Shepherd. There he is. So
Brilliant.
he's Mr. Shepherd delightfully reclaimed the Golden Samurai, the sacred trophy passed from Bristol Ninja to Bristol Ninja.
Mhm.
But yeah, it was. Yeah, there was a lot of movement, a lot of shifty eyes up on top tables to see who was going to get top spot, because it was close. It was
It
really,
was
really
close, yeah.
Yeah.
Because the last game was Andy on table 2, Andy Catlow and Ollie Mathers. Just that kind of decided it all. So
Exactly.
but
But again, it's good to see the spattering of not just in the top 10, one Dwarven Holes, but there's actually two. Andreas Park in 6th as well.
yeah, I mean the representation of the armies was pretty good. We had more ogre players than I was expecting.
Yeah.
But otherwise, yeah, the spread was pretty good.
And only one in the top 10.
Yeah.
Do we think that the I'm gonna get in such trouble for this. Do we think that RT just have got they just go, okay, if you start from the top and I'll start from the bottom, and then we'll meet in the middle with the labs, and that's why we've got Vermin Swarm and Warriors doing well down at the bottom, and we've got Dwarven because we've got the D's, the Demon Legions, and Dwarves at the top,
Yeah.
and the W's and the V's at the bottom. I know it doesn't really make a whole lot of sense without, I guess, vampires, but
It's all right.
yeah.
No,
It was just
probably.
a joke, internet. It is just a joke.
But no, it's again a good spread as well.
Yeah.
Apart from
It's
the
great,
two
isn't
Demon
it?
Legions together. But
No, I think it's brilliant. I mean, the lists that that Shane and I just go point out the lists, the Dwarvenhold lists that Shane and Andreas had were sick. Like
disgusting.
they were disgusting. I only say that because I know they're still out of the top 6. They were the two lists that I heard commented on the most. And obviously, I know other lists have obviously beaten
Double
a
Organ
lot.
Gun, you're having a laugh.
Yeah, but of all the top 6 lists, those were the 2 lists that were commented on the most, but not in a mean way or anything. Just in a bleh, sort of like when people would either, oh god, I've got to face tomorrow, or oh god, if maybe I could just miss that and I might be able to sort of not have to. Maybe if so and so beats so and so, then I may be able to just might not have to do that one. But yeah, brilliant spreads.
No,
I love
fantastic.
it. Yeah, it's a great, that top 10. That's a nice spread of armies. And when I sort of went through the lists anyway for the just checking and also for the review. Yeah, look, I mean those lists individually as well. They've got completely different stuff going on, even the same, between the same races. And well deserved by everybody in those spots. Well done.
I've just realised your musings on the V's and W's actually probably does make sense, because Mikey Newman was actually playing vampire counts.
Yes.
He was trying to psych out his opponents, pretending he was a Dread Elf player. So yeah, I think it does hold water.
Oh god, the theory.
You've cracked the theory. The Illuminati are after you.
Brilliant. Art of War, thank you very much, Dan, and everyone that came to Art of War. It was fantastic. And I can't wait to start emailing every supplier under the sun for next year's Art of War.
Yeah, you'll have to start next week to make sure we've got enough for next year.
No, thank you very much, guys. That's the end of today's episode. Please like, share, and subscribe, and follow us on all of the wonderful social medias. If you want to get involved with the hobby show, please get in contact. We'd love to hear your feedback, and we'd love to keep creating some fantastic content for you all.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you very much, Andy and Dan. See you again.
Bye.
Bye.